What's going on, guys? Theo back here again with another King of Fighters All-Star video. So today I'm going to do a quick video on a topic that I had not touched on this channel quite yet. Now this is going to be pertaining to the 7 Nights Pass. So a few months ago we had gotten a pass for, it was basically a month subscription, month to 40 days depending on how long it took you to get through it. But basically, for finishing your daily missions and things of that nature, you would earn mileage towards these prizes, and then that was basically a flat $10. And once you got it all, you got the final prizes, which were over here, and then you were done. And for $10, I think that as a community, there's usually this stigma to passes, which I never really quite understood, in my opinion, especially with a game like King of Fighters All-Star, that is basically a proxy with which SNK gets funds to making their bigger AAA games, you know, like your actual physical installments to the KoF franchise, KoF, KoF 15. But when it comes to passes, I never really understood the stigma. If you don't want it, don't buy it. Simple as that. But for whatever reason, some people raise a stink about these things. But in this case, I felt the pass was worth it. Basically, for $10, you got a bunch of in-game currencies, you know, rubies, items, tickets, these redemption tokens for the All-Star banner. So it really wasn't, in my opinion, a toxic situation, especially when you consider that this game does have quite a few packages in it and is very geared toward, like any Netmarble game, buying certain things here and there. And I felt like it was fine. I had no issue. Well, they took it away for a while, said they were going to improve it, and didn't really give us any details on that. And lo and behold, they brought it back, and here we are. So I do personally think it was improved in certain ways. So, for instance, it is now tiered, and these tiers, depending on which ones you want to take advantage of, are going to be things you have to pay for. Now, the nice thing is, and I can't necessarily show you this here because I've already, as you can see there, unlocked this second part. Basically, for $4.99, which is what this second tier costs, you get all the items in the middle here, which over the course of time, you end up getting those things. To me, that's worth it. $4.99, it's actually, first and foremost, it's $5 cheaper, and you get all those rewards on top of the rewards on that first tier up there that you already were getting. So, to me, that's worth it alone. That, to me, anybody, $4.99 to support the game, that's worth purchasing. Now, where it gets hazy for me is going to be, and this is where it's a little controversial because I've seen certain people think this is worth it, is this. So for $50, which is quite the jump from $4.99, you can unlock these items. And as you can see here, there's quite a bit going on, and I'll kind of break it down a little bit. But to me, for $50, which is basically the price of, put it this way, you could go out right now and buy the new Spider-Man Miles Morales game for $50. To me, that's quite a bit. And I would say it'd be fine in general if I felt it was worth the purchase for people that wanted to spend that kind of money, but to me it is not. And there's a couple reasons why. Now, the biggest thing, the nicest thing about this is the 4,000 rubies. 4,000 rubies is 4,000 rubies. That's nice. You're going to see in here, though, that from there it gets a little bit murky. So the biggest draw probably for most people is going to be these memories for the 7 Nights collab characters, which would be awesome if these were selectors, but they're not. They're not selectors, they are mystery boxes. So that alone really neuters whether or not this is worth it to me. The next thing on here is you get a card selector for the 7 Nights set, which is great. I mean, the cards, as we saw in my pull video earlier this week for Dellins and Eileen, it can be tough, especially, you know, when you're talking a full set, then special cards and option cards. It gets tough. Thankfully, they split the card banners, which in my opinion was a blessing if you're trying to get certain cards. But this is kind of nice. I mean, it would have been nice if they would have put all the 7 Nights cards in there. That would have been way better and would have, again, made it worth it. And then you get these Imprint stone selection boxes, which honestly is probably, besides the rubies, the biggest draw to my mind, because these are actually going to be, as you can see here, the stones that are going to give you the 12% or 13%, forget off the top of my head exactly. It is 12%, so I was right the first time. 12% increase to a specific stat, whatever you're choosing here. So those are great stones. The issue is it worth $50? Now, the rest of the things you're getting in here are basically things you can grind. Now, obviously, you get them much quicker if you do it this way and pay them money, but for $50, man, that just does not seem like it's worth it. You know, you also have these here, but these are for generic memories. They're not for a Fest Fighter memory. So, again, and then you have this card or this ticket here, but it's for a random card. So, to me, this is not worth it. Now, for the people that have money to spend on the game and don't really necessarily mind, for those of you who already have all the Seven Knights characters, that instantly adds way more value to this item here than for people who just snipe certain characters and are not planning on getting all those characters. That alone makes it worth it. But at the same time, from there, to me, these rewards don't necessarily make $50 worth of purchase. I'm sorry, they just don't, especially with how nice those Black Friday deals were. You know, those $12.99 hammer boxes were amazing, and you actually get basically the same content here as one of those as far as getting the hammers. You get 100 of the gold and 20 of the elite hammers, which these elite enhancement hammers are great. It actually increases the percentage chance of increasing your level of your stone 3% at a time, which is awesome. But again, is it worth $50? I don't think so. For some people, it might be, and that goes for anything in life. I get that. But for the general player, nah, man, not my opinion. If you want to support the game, I fully support you supporting the game. Do not get me wrong. However, if you're going to do so, you're probably going to want to do it with the second tier. So that's just my opinion on this. You know, as you guys can see here, you pretty much can go whatever route you want to go. Obviously, I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money, but to my eyes, this is not worth $50. But for some people, which I feel it might be a small denomination of people, it is. So I just feel like with these things, if they want us to buy them, which we wouldn't have necessarily a problem doing so if they were worth it, they need to do more. You know, I get the idea here, but at the same time, again, if this would have been a full set of the cards in there that you could pick from, like your option cards and your finisher cards that you could pick one of, awesome, that would have been great. Or if with these selection tickets here, if they would have been selection tickets rather, that would have been worth it to my mind. But as it stands right now, $50 is a little rich for my blood. If it would have been $20, that'd have been one thing. $50 though, I say don't do it. It's up to you guys though at the end of the day. Now, for those of you who did not watch my Grand Summoners video, I briefly touched on this, but I actually, and I will show you guys as kind of a little bit of a spoiler slash, we'll call it teaser here. I did do a thing. I did go ahead and power up and awaken Eileen, so we'll be getting some fresh content with her here in the coming days. First, I'm going to finish my Dellen's content with the final review of the character. That will be coming up probably tomorrow, as I've been saying, but if I get to it tonight, maybe tonight, but we'll shoot for tomorrow as a video for you guys then. But he's getting up there. He is almost up to, and actually we can further that here, he is almost there. He is almost to level 50. Which is going to be fantastic, and it's something I was actually kind of waiting for a little bit before I did the final verdict on him. I already know my opinions on this character. You guys probably do too. I think he's amazing, but hey, don't want to spoil too much. But yeah, look for more content with Dellen's later on here in the next day or so, and then obviously with Eileen here probably starting on Monday, I will have kind of the same process. We'll get a showcase in, and then we'll have a final review. We can go ahead and test her out in things like Reviving Hell's Dungeon, maybe even the Spider Robot, if I can motivate myself to even do that mode. But yeah, it'll be fun. I really like this character. I have liked this character since I saw her announced. Maybe not for the same reasons that some people like her, but hey, you know, she's fun. I can tell you that. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, I just wanted to get this out to you guys, not trying to tell you how to spend your money, but at the same time, I want you guys to also spend it wisely. So hopefully this helped, and I will see you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.